Hey everyone, welcome to our hangout. So we are all new to this. Um, Hopefully everyone can see us. It says that it's live right now. We're just going to wait a couple of minutes before we start. But yay, this is so exciting. This is our first Women Speak webinar series. We have awesome people. We have 6 of us here from the Women Speak team talking about who we are, how you can be involved, open Q&A. So we'll wait a couple of minutes and then we'll start. Does our leadership team want to wave? Funny.
Bernie,
Hey everyone.
Answer our questions.
There are 3 viewers on, and I just got confirmation from my roommate that this works. So great. Cool. So we'll start in like 1 minute, and for anyone who's joining us, the agenda for this webinar is actually on our website, womenspeakteam.tumblr.com. And you go to webinars, and then it'll have the whole agenda for this webinar.
Okay, so it's working, you said?
Yeah, it's working. Cool.
All right.
All right, so we'll just probably just get started. So I'm going to stop screen sharing. Stop. Perfect. Hi, everyone. So welcome to our first Women Speak webinar. This is the first of many webinars that will come regarding Women Speak. And this first one is just to give a general overview of what we do as an organization, how we got started, and how you can be involved. And for those of you who can't make it, or if you have friends that couldn't make tonight, then let them know that this webinar is actually going to be posted on our YouTube page. So we're trying to be as accessible as possible. So for this webinar, basically it's a basic overview, and so we really want to just introduce Women Speak to those who don't really know us. So what Women Speak is, it's a girls' health and leadership program that we started this summer. The founding team is Anna Segura, Danielle Cooney, Kristen Jones, and I. And we're all friends from high school, but basically we started this organization in response to a lot of conversations regarding how women and girls are treated in society and where exactly this pipeline of gender disparity starts. Basically, we tackle 4 different areas. So first is body image. Second is gender media stereotypes. Third is healthy relationships within your life. And then fourth is how to basically establish yourself as a leader within your community. And we basically started Women Speak out of a coffee shop. It was a huge, it was basically a labor of love. It was a conglomeration of passion and just like confusion, anger, and also just like this huge ignition for change that we all thought that we should do. And so Women Speak initially started out just as a one-time leadership summit, but we realized it is so much more than that, and we wanted to sustain it as a huge continued conversation. So that's the overview of Women Speak, who we are. Since there are 6 of us on this call, we're going to start with introductions. So I'll go first. So my name is Bernadette Lim. I'm the Executive Director of Women Speak, and I handle all the logistics regarding all of our programs and make sure everything runs smoothly, basically. It's a fancy word for that. But then we'll go down the line, starting with Danielle.
Hi, my name is Danielle Cooney. I am a junior at the University of Arizona. I am studying English and creative writing and neuropsychology. And I'm so excited to be here tonight. I was so excited about all that we've accomplished just in the past few months. And I'm continuing to be excited about keeping the momentum up for this program, for all of our supporters. And next. Oh, I am also the Director of Program Development for Women's Speak team. So that's my main priority.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kristen Jones. I'm so excited, y'all. So I go to Howard University in Washington, D.C. I am an architecture major, and my position is Director of Strategic Partnerships with Women Speak. So basically, just making connections and meeting up with people and talking to people and just letting them know our vision and kind of the places we want to go and the things we want to do and making sure that things get accomplished and getting the help we need and stuff like that. So I'm really excited to be here with you guys, and yeah, that's it.
Hi, my name is Anna. I'm from Upland. I'm a communication studies major, journalism minor. I am director of communications for Women Speak, so that means that I am in charge of social media, just kind of spreading the word about Women Speak. But super excited about this. Hope you guys are excited and keep an open mind. And yeah.
Cool, so now for our mentors, Mandara, go ahead.
Sorry, my thing's not working. Hi, I'm Mandara. I go to Willamette University in Oregon. I'm a political science major. I'm from West Covina, California. And yeah, rep SoCal. Okay.
Hi, I'm Cheryl. I'm a sophomore at American University. I'm a business major, marketing concentration, and I'm one of the mentors for Women Speak. And yeah.
Cool, and I'm Bernie. So I already introduced myself, but I forgot my school. So I go to Harvard. I'm studying human biology and women's studies. And yay, we have some mentors asking us questions. So just a reminder to everyone who's tuning in right now, we did enable the Q&A thing. So if you do have a Gmail account, you're able to ask us questions, and then we in response will be able to answer them. And also, if you're just tuning in, if you want to look at our agenda for tonight, just for like the first half, we just have like a very structured program, but the other half is very open, Q&A, discussion, like very free for all. and that's on our website, womanspeakteam.tumblr.com, and then go to webinars, and then you'll find the agenda. Cool. And maybe since we have a little time, does everyone want to say like why they're passionate about Women Speak, why they decided to do it? We can just start in the same order, I guess.
So do you want to start with me? Yeah? Okay. All right. Well, let's see, I think I initially started noticing that there were some issues and maybe inequalities, to go so far as to say that just at the college that I went to, going from an all-girls school to a very small all-girls school to a co-ed college, or 40,000 plus people, is very different, and it made me realize that like there are things that and values that like I wanted to keep up and to promote, especially since I have a younger sister, and that's a really important thing to me, is to continue this like vein of good role models and strong like character. So I think that this is really like what that's about, I think. Also, Mary Seraphin, thank you, we love you too. And Anne-Marie, yay, back at you.
Yeah, shout outs to our mentors. We love you guys. So I kind of got involved with Women Speak because, like Danielle, I saw a lot of injustices, especially I'm an architecture major, so that's a predominantly male field. So I definitely experienced some injustices and discrimination based on the fact that I'm a female. So that really encouraged me to get involved and make a change so people don't have to deal with the same things I had to deal with. So.
Hey, I guess for me as a comm major, I really notice the impact about daily conversations. So there's a lot of, I guess, unjust sayings, a lot of discriminatory and kind of demeaning phrases that goes toward women that people don't really think about. So I guess those daily conversations really make up our values and how we view people subconsciously, which is pretty strong. So I think that's one of the main reasons why I'm so passionate about Women Speak and want to continue changing how we talk. So, yeah.
Same as architecture. It's political science, such a heavy male-dominated atmosphere. I have a problem with the inequality between the genders, and I hope that this, as well as being a political science major, will hopefully open people's eyes up, because a lot of the time women have pretty good things to say, and we're pretty much right a lot of the time. So people should know, and things should change, because we're fantastic.
Oh, okay. I just figured out how to unmute myself again. So I'm passionate about Women Speak because for a lot of the same reasons that people have talked about. I go to a school that's actually 60% female, but I still sometimes feel like women's issues and female leadership is underrepresented, and it feels sometimes like a male-dominated culture, even though women here at the school are a majority. So definitely in the business school, women's positions in like as CEOs are definitely underrepresented, and I think Women Speak is an important way to help out that issue. And it's just another thing. I'm really into community involvement, and yeah, it's just a fun little exciting thing.
Thanks, everyone. So as you can see from everyone who's here, we range from bio to architecture to creative writing to comm to political science. And we're literally all over the nation. So we feel that we as Women Speak really are creating a new movement by being an organization that not only does change on the ground, but also creating these types of platforms online, virtually, to discuss these issues. So that's us at Women Speak. And next on our agenda is just an overview of our programs, because we have a lot. So we're not going to go really, really into detail, but if you ever have any questions about these, feel free to email us at womenspeakteam@gmail.com. So we have a few programs. First is our Girls Leadership Summit every summer. Then we have our mentor program. We have a lot of stuff on social media, as you can see. Then we also have an ambassador and internship program that we're launching. And we also have a new Community Speak webinar series, of which this is the first. So we will start with our Girls Leadership Summit with Danielle and Kristen.
Awesome. So this summit is kind of the brainchild of the summer. It's our first step towards anything, really. And it was a lot of hard work, but I feel like it paid off. It was successful. Kristen, I don't know if you want to go through like the run through.
I agree. I feel like it was definitely something we worked really hard at. We met, basically that was all our summer meeting to plan this summit and working small details out and making sure everything worked out, and it was hugely successful. We had about, what is it, like 80? Was it 80? 80? Oh, sorry, I forgot. It was about 80 participants, so we had a great day. Azure Antoinette was our keynote speaker. Shout-outs to Azure. And it was just a great day. I feel like I had a lot of fun, and I hope other people had a lot of fun too. So.
Sorry, I have a Cheeto delivery. Thank you so much. I missed dinner because I wanted to be here and didn't have time after class. So thank you. But I guess, so we'll start with a run through of the day, just like an overview. For the summit, it started at 9 in the morning. We did some group icebreakers to get to know all the participants and all the mentors. We hope that they were a little more fun than the typical ones. We had a talk based on body image, which is one of our key components, and then broke into workshops doing...
Shout-outs to Bernie for her body image talk.
Yeah, it was phenomenal, and inspired some really great responses in the workshops. And we made some collages with our small groups, which high school girls participated in. They created a board full of collages, much like this one, just covered in magazine images of their ideas of beauty, what the media says is beautiful, what we think is beautiful, and it was a very interesting part of the day.
It definitely was. Then after that, Danielle, was it lunch? Was it lunch first, or did Danielle speak? Okay. Then we had lunch, and that was delicious. And then Danielle spoke about establishing healthy relationships, which was phenomenal. And then we broke off into group sessions, and we did another exercise that was, about different relationships, celebrity relationships, and sorry, it took me a minute. Different relationships, like we compared, what was it, Beyonce and Jay-Z, J-Beebs and Selena.
The Jenners and the Kardashians.
The different types, like family, like romantic relationships, friendships. Just, we kind of looked at different relationships and kind of saw how they worked out and analyzed the different ones and kind of compared them to our lives and just as far as that's concerned. And then What was after that?
Our final aspect of the day was the leadership talk, which Kristen led, even though she forgot about it. It was amazing. To sum up our last, what's it called, of our 4 components, was to talk about how we can go forth from this day, continue the discussion that was started at the summit in these girls' high school lives, as well as our own lives. We learned a lot from them. We hope that they learned something from us. So I think.
And another one of our founders, Anna, was in Oxford, and she was studying abroad, so we missed her, but we still love her, and we kind of filled her in on everything, so we're good. From our summit, we had a video produced, shout outs to Jeffrey, and that video kind of went viral, if you will. It was publicized by Chelsea Clinton. Jessica Alba retweeted us, so we were kind of really excited about that. So be sure to check out the video. It's on our Facebook page, on Twitter, on our website. So just be sure to check out our social media sites.
All right, and then to move on to the next aspect of the agenda, me and Dara and Cheryl, and then we could also help you guys out Sorry, Kristen, what?
Yeah, so basically from the summit, we that was another component, our mentorship program. So Cheryl and Mindara are mentors in that program, so they can kind of expand on kind of the things they do and they hope to accomplish from our mentorship program.
Go for it.
Okay, so we will have monthly talks with our mentees. As of now, we have 2 mentors to 2 mentees, and we share them. We share babies. And we have discussions. So our last topic was about female portrayal and almost victim shaming. And we looked at the Ray Rice issue. So just to have an open dialogue about that and see what our mentees felt about it. I felt pretty good about the discussion. What about you, Cheryl?
I actually haven't had that discussion with my mentees yet. But yeah, it's been an interesting experience. It's cool because we get to mentor high school age girls, and we've all been there really recently. So they can come to us with questions aside from the monthly talks that we do have with them. Yeah, I don't know. And do you have anything else to add?
I don't know. It's just really rewarding that someone is now looking to us because we were there and we didn't have anyone like this. So it's good to be that outlet for anyone who needs it otherwise. So, yeah.
So for anyone out there who's listening and interested in the mentor program, you can email the Women Speak team at womenspeakteam@gmail.com. You can request any of us as well as the many other mentors that we have to be paired with. We'll start those individual pairings again in the spring, but we will have these group sessions for those who'd like to still participate, know what's going on, stay updated, and feel free to contact any of us at any time.
Yeah, and also mentor bios are also on our website, so if you guys want to check those out and you can kind of look at the different mentors that we have. I mean, everyone's a little different, so you can also in your email request, if you want to request someone, mention that in your email, and if not, we'll just pair you with whoever. So.
All right, so next up on our agenda is the social media, which I'm in charge of. Basically, it's a photo awareness project, and every Monday we kind of spotlight mentors put a picture on Instagram and share it on Twitter and Facebook. Just kind of get the word out. And also on Wednesday we do Wisdom Wednesdays, just to give an inspirational quote to give you guys motivation. Since school is starting, I know it's like hard and hectic, so hopefully those give you kind of like a boost, especially in the middle of the week. Yeah, so that's just going to continue, and I hope you guys like it. If you guys have any suggestions, or if you guys like it, like put in the questions. We really like your feedback. So.
Cool. So next is our ambassador/internship program. So another program we have that we're starting to do and will launch next week is our internship program, in which we'll be able to actually work with our team throughout the semester, and it'll be based on social media skills and also on writing skills, since we do have common creative writing people on our team, and they'll basically mentor you and hopefully hone your skills so that not only you'll be able to help us, but we'll be able to help you as well. This is an unpaid internship, of course, and we'll be sending out applications next week and putting it on our Facebook page and all of our social media. But it's just something to think about. And then Anna will be the head of that. So, yeah. And then lastly on our programs is this webinar, which is part of our webinar series. Right now we call it Community Speak, in which all four of us as a founding team will come together every single month, and we'll talk about current events regarding and affecting women and girls. I'm sure all of you have heard about like the Emma Watson UN speech, to the Ray Rice controversy, to the sexual assault controversy on college campuses with the girl from Colombia carrying her mattress, to so many different things, to the awesome Beyonce on the Run premiere. So all of those things, it's such a great time to discuss issues affecting women and girls, and there is no platform for people to actually talk about it. So every single month we're going to have these webinars. It'll be all four of us usually. But if you're interested in actually, chiming in your opinion beyond just watching us, we will invite high schoolers, college students to be part of our talk. You just have to let us know. Email us at womenspeakteam@gmail.com, and we would definitely love to have you. So for those who are tuning in, because we just got a surge of viewers for some reason, the agenda to this webinar is on our website, womenspeakteam.tumblr.com, and then the page that says webinars. And we just finished talking about all of our programs, which you can actually find on our website and will be updated soon. But for the sake of time, we're just going to go to how you can be involved, some very concrete ways that if you're not involved in Women Speak yet, how you can be involved, how we can help you, how you can help us. And yeah, we're just going to go down the line, starting with how you can be involved in our mentorship program as a mentor-mentee with Danielle.
Okay, so an idea that Kristen and I were working on developing is this winter kind of social where we will give, the idea is kind of a mixer where mentors will be mingling. It'll be a very casual meeting. All interested mentees are welcome to participate, and then as of there, it's just that like second chance to really get to know the people that will possibly be mentoring you. So that's going to be coming up as the year comes to an end. Look for updates on specific date, time, location of this meetup. Likelihood will be somewhere near Glendora, California, because that is where all things Women Speak are happening, very near our hometown and alma maters. So But Kristen, if you have anything to
Yeah,
add.
basically, Danielle kind of did it justice, but it'll be a meet and greet, if you will, so we can meet with you. Like, we're all away at school, so it's kind of hard for us to meet with you guys in California because 3 out of 4 of us are not in California. So it'll be a chance to get together and get to know each other, so it should be a good time. So stay tuned to our social media sites to stay involved with that and hear more about that.
Additionally, for anyone who's viewing that isn't from California, maybe from one of the locations that we're nearby, when we're away at school, if you contact one of the founding teams or any of the mentors, you can basically do that pairing then. And just email us saying at the womenspeakteam@gmail.com email. Saying, I met Mandara at Willamette, Oregon, and I was hoping that maybe I could be mentored by her, or anything like that. It's really open to whatever. Or if the people at your college are interested in becoming mentors themselves, we have a brief application process. Since we are working with high school girls, it's important to know that all of our mentors are dedicated, as well as aware that this is a serious thing. So that pretty much sums up the winter meetup. And Kristen is going to discuss the student and adult advisory boards.
Hi, guys. Okay, so basically the student and adult advisory boards, we're looking for students as well as adults to kind of be our consultants. So that's essentially what an advisory board is, that they can consult with us and we can get some tips from them and they can give us tips. So we're looking for high school girls or even college students that are looking to help us out, give opinions. We're really looking for diversity in all aspects, so men, women, kids, adults, if your grandma wants to do it, or your younger sister. We're looking for pretty much everyone and opinions. So that also is going to be a very brief application process, and you guys can stay tuned to that. It shouldn't be too difficult, but we do need to know the dedication of the people that are looking to be on our advisory board, and so that is also something to look forward to.
And applications will be released next week, along with the internship program.
Yes.
And Anna, do you want to just do a quick pitch for the internship, I guess?
Yeah. So the new internship program that we are going to launch next week, we are still figuring out what time frame you guys are going to work for us, but we're thinking about semesters, so similar to that of just college internships, so summer, fall, and spring, where you could write for us, work on social media, and just kind of like work behind the scenes on what it takes to work as a women's speak team. Yeah.
Thanks, Anna. Oh, and then one more thing is that I know a lot of people tuning in are either in high school, applying to college soon, and we realize that sometimes we're not able to pair you with a mentor because of just logistics. So as a favor to you all, we're doing a bonus webinar series. So at the end of October and end of November, we'll be having a college apps webinar, and then at the end of November, we're going to have a financial aid webinar where we will talk about our experiences on college applications. It's been 3 years, but you know, we'll try. And we'll definitely give you the best tips that we can regarding that. So that's another thing to look forward to, our bonus webinar series. And then lastly, we've had a lot of requests regarding how do I start a high school chapter with Women Speak, how do I start a college chapter with Women Speak, and we get those emails and we're like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Like we would never have thought that it would extend to that. So if you're interested in starting a high school chapter or a college chapter, and you're inspired by the mission of Women Speak, and you also want to call it a Women Speak chapter, definitely email us at womenspeakteam@gmail.com, and then we will be able to pair you with someone on our team who will be able to help you start this chapter. What we envision it really to be is to start a campus conversation on issues affecting women and girls on either your college campus or your high school campus, and also doing awareness projects, basically, and having our resources help you. But again, yeah, please email us at womenspeakteam@gmail.com. That's the best way that we can really help you. And as we get the formation of our advisory boards together, we'll hopefully put out a toolkit, an online toolkit that will help you and have a more standardized process regarding these chapters. But as of right now, as we're still growing and in school, it's really case-by-case basis. So again, just email us. And I think that's about it in terms of our agenda. Sorry that was so extensive, but it's a lot of information. Again, check out our whole agenda on womenspeakteam.tumblr.com. Go to webinars, and then you'll see the agenda. And if you have any questions regarding those areas, you're welcome to submit them right now, right here or right there on the Q&A. It's definitely open. We see all of our viewers. We have around, it's actually fluctuating around like 10 or 11. So if you have questions about any of these programs, feel free to talk to us right now.
Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. It's fun. We like questions, so please ask us questions. If you just want to say what's up, that's fine too.
Yeah.
But if you have any questions about our program, specific questions to people, or you guys can send us emails, tweet us, message us on Facebook or anything. But right now, if you could hit this question section right here and ask us some questions.
If anything, we can talk about Beyonce.
That's fine too.
We can always talk about her. Hope everyone's day was good.
Hope everyone's, it's Monday, so hopefully everyone had a good start.
We should have the questions on our email.
So about these questions, though.
Are you laughing at me, Kristen?
Yes, ma'am.
Why?
Okay, so apparently the question ask thing isn't working for some people, but I have a question for y'all.
Okay.
I got a question from Allison. What are some examples of awareness projects?
Yeah, so that's a good idea. So yeah, for some awareness projects, it would go from partnering with student organizations to have a panel regarding women's leadership on campus, on your campus. I know that's something we're doing at Harvard. So being the first person in your student organization regarding women's leadership on your campus and also beyond. I know that Domestic Violence Month is coming up, so doing either like a ribbon campaign on domestic violence and how that affects women and girls. So yeah, I think it's just really realizing that in very few universities is there such a force for women and girls, and so we have like lots of ideas from our campuses regarding that. So those are just two examples, but other than that, yeah. Is that good, Allison? Anyways. let us know.
Okay, we have some questions on the side. Can you see them?
Oh, wow. Which one do you guys want to answer first? We'll go with Laura.
I'll read them and then you guys can answer. Is that cool? Or you want me to?
Or we can do Jerome's first and then Mary's and then Laura's. Hey, Laura.
Hey, Laura, we miss you, girl.
Okay, cool. So Jerome's is, where do you see this organization going in the next year?
Who's answering this?
It's
Am I
big.
answering?
I think we can all answer it. Kristen, you can go first.
Okay, I want this, like, I'm talking Ellen, for real. But really just to get more girls involved and let them know, like, that they're not alone. Because I know, speaking with a lot of people about this, they're like, oh my gosh, I feel the same way. So definitely getting people involved and really just expanding, like, as far as knowledge and letting them know, like, their support systems for you, and you just have to be involved. And yeah.
I think for me personally, it's so. I mean, 4 months ago, Women Speak was literally just like a bunch of Post-it notes.
Yeah, it was.
If that gives any visualization, we were just a bunch of Post-it notes posted on a wall, but basically a bunch of cool ideas. And so that, within 3 months, was the Leadership Summit. And then now, 3 months later, it's a bunch of different programs that we don't really know if they're going to be successful, but we hope so. And we'll get back to you within six months and tell you if these programs are successful and also furthering our mission. But as for like next year, we hope to expand our reach not only to women and girls that we're connected with personally, because I think a lot of the success of our first Leadership Summit was because we had that ties with so many people that we knew who were interested. But we hope to expand throughout LA. We have a great number of people interested on a nationwide scale. Kristen and I are going to speak at the Massachusetts Conference for Women and further our mission in Massachusetts. So who knows really? But thanks for your comment, Jerome. Hope that was helpful. So. Next, Laura's.
Laura Miller. Shout out to Laura. We love you. We miss you.
Quick question. Can you guys hear me? Because you can?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I definitely lost connection for a solid few minutes.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. All right, Laura Miller. Hi, Laura. Who wants to take that one? Emma Watson's speech. Super powerful.
Yeah. That was fantastic. I think it puts responsibility both on the male and female, and I think that what is needed to address the inequality gap, the gap between male and female. So sharing the responsibility is really important. I'm glad she addressed it. He for she, hashtag.
I agree with that, definitely. It's also something that we tried to stress at our summit. That idea that we are only able to move forward if we move forward together. Once everyone is on the same page, then we can really start changing things. So it was cool to see that, especially since she's like a personal role model of mine. And always has been, whether it was her role of Hermione or the fact that she's a hardworking college student, now ambassador for the United Nations, and overall just seems to be a really beautiful person inside and out. So that he for she is something that maybe someday, big dreams, but maybe, Women Speak will partner with. I'm hoping, dreaming big, but I mean, hey, Ellen, here we come. So
you already know. You already
know. I had to throw that in there for you, Kristen.
Yeah.
But anyone else have comments on that one?
I just agree. I agree. It was powerful. I mean, y'all ladies took the cake on that. So.
Yeah, I'm actually really interested in, what the impact of her speech,
Yeah,
because
definitely the responses.
I've heard a lot of different responses. I've actually read an article where it's like why I don't like Emma Watson's speech, and it was because like she wrongly cited um, a rape statistic for men, and how I think her statistics skew the perception that men don't get raped, and also I think a lot of people just like threw a lot of hate at Emma Watson. I think there were just some threats that they were going to release nude photos of Emma Watson, and like I think that even further illustrates the point, right? That like it was never just about women. It was never just about us. And like thank God that we have someone that can say that, because like as much like I'm a women's studies major, and so like we always talk about that, but the fact that this is just emerging within like the common space, and that Emma Watson, thank God, is like taking on that role is pretty cool, I think. Cool.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, and Laura, email us. I forgot we were supposed to talk to you, so email us. Yay.
Additionally, about that, I was just going to say that I think it's something to speak of when anyone stands up for anything that they believe in.
Definitely.
Because there are going to be people who don't like our group, and that's something that we've had to come to terms with, and who aren't going to support our group. There are going to be people who aren't going to support you in a bunch of different endeavors, no matter what it is. So having the courage to just stand up there, say whatever it is that she wanted to say is, I don't know, I think that's admirable too.
Next we have Mary's question. So yes, the questions can be about anything so long as they're appropriate. But anyway, her question is, what are your takes on joining a sorority?
Does someone want to take on that? Or should I take on that?
I'll help you out with that one. That's
okay.
fine.
Basically, I feel like if that's what you're into, that's fine. But at the end of the day, you're there for school. So if being in a sorority or something like that takes away from your education or takes away from school, I think that you should reevaluate some things and put your priorities in order, because yes, it's about the people, but it's not about anything if you can't finish school. So I think if you can handle it, I'm all for it. I say do it. You definitely meet lots of people. You make great connections, but if it's just too much for you to do your sorority as well as being in school and keeping up with your classes, then maybe you shouldn't. So that's just kind of my take on it.
I agree with that. It very much depends on the individual who's trying to rush. It also makes sense to think about, even if it's not a sorority or a fraternity, if it's a team or like a sport or some extracurricular activity, it has to cater to your schedule. It has to fit your needs. And if it doesn't, then we need to kind of prune the things that don't do that and let some things go. So it really depends on the person. But joining a sorority isn't a bad thing at all by any stretch of the imagination. But there are some times and for certain people where it could be a negative thing.
I don't know. I've been logged off for the past minute, so I don't know if this has been said, but I think it's a good place if you need not a sense of belonging, but a support group. But you also need to take into account how you will be accepted into the group, because I don't think hazing is something you're willing to stand for if these will be your sisters soon. Like, why would your sisters treat you so poorly initially, type thing. So just keep in mind of that. But I think it's great. I personally have the benefits of being in a sorority without actually being in it, but that's being in a small school, so it's up to whomever. I think it's a good idea sometimes.
To comment on Mandara's comment. I agree. It depends on the fit of the person to the sorority, but it also depends on the organization itself. It depends on your school, because different schools have different views on Greek life, and it just depends on the person. You should definitely look into it if you're interested in it. If you're not interested in it, there's always like different clubs on campus. There are a million ways to get involved on any campus, and it's just like one thing that you could do out of a million things. So just like freshman year is a good time to look into all of your options.
Yeah, definitely. Another thing I would add to that is make sure you do your research. Know what you're getting into, because a lot of times people join these sororities or fraternities and whatever, and they're like, oh no, that's not what I wanted. So before you get into things, make sure you're satisfied in your decision and you know that's exactly what you want to do.
Also keep in mind that you should make sure that your moral and values align well with the group's moral and values. Don't do it just to be part of a group type thing. Just want to stress that a lot.
Yeah, agreed with that, and I don't know if that's because me and Dara, both of us, are going through a big sister moment where our little sisters are getting ready to kind of go off on their own and stuff, but that's really important. Never compromise your own values for the values of group. Psychological thing too, because that's very easy to succumb to. I know that because I studied it. So should we move on to the next question? Yes, consensus?
Yeah.
All right, so the question is, how would male participants fit into Women Speak?
I would love it.
Yeah, we'd love it.
Definitely.
Yeah,
I feel like it's
shows,
not just, oh, oop. Go ahead.
sorry, go ahead. Well, I mean, it like goes along with Emma Watson's speech. Like, you need everyone to be well educated on this issue. You need everyone to understand what's happening. Put yourself in their shoes, and like, I mean, boys, like, they don't have to go through a whole process when they go out. They just like get dressed and they can chill and leave. And girls need to like figure out what they need to wear, who they need to go with. And I think it's important that men know what women are going through and what women men know what women are going through, and that women know what men are going through. I mean, there's struggle on each side, so I think it's important. Sorry, I went on a rant.
I agree that it's important to know both sides, and also to recognize that I think boys and men go through like kind of a mental preparation to like get out there, and especially anyone who's shyer. This is boys and girls. It's tougher to face that social anxiety. So for male participants to contribute in whether it's blog posts on our website, which you could email us and talk to us about, submissions, or the internship open to men and women, and let's see, possibly participating in the next summit.
The webinars?
The webinars, it would be amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah. There are a lot of opportunities, and just because it's called Women Speak should not be intimidating or off-putting in any way.
I definitely agree, Danielle. Like, kind of going off of what I said earlier, I saw a TED Talk about how when we talk about gender, males tend to automatically turn off just because gender is often associated with women. But sorry. Anyway, so it's about kind of fixing that mold. sorry. Kind of fixing that mold, just that stereotype, because I feel like everyone's input is just as important. And when we're taking away from the input of males, we're kind of silencing a whole another spectrum of people who could contribute. So I think, it's about establishing that equality, and we can't do that if males aren't in the picture. Yeah.
So Jerome, we'd love to have you on our next webinar, and we would definitely invite you. So
Shout outs to Jerome. We like
shout
the
out to Jerome.
involvement.
Yeah, so email us and we'd love to have you. As for anyone who's viewing right now, we'd love to have you on this webinar. It does get published to YouTube, so if that's preventing you, then that's a reality of it, but we'd love to have you again. So, yeah, any other questions?
Awesome. I apologize for the camera sound. I thought I could take that in silence of our first webinar, but it was loud. So, note to everybody, even if your microphone's muted, Google Hangout will make the clicky.
Make it
I was just trying to capture the moment.
Shout out to Jerome.
Yeah, man, I like Jerome. He's
Oh,
cool.
thanks,
Way to
Jerome.
put up those questions. They were important to answer.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Great. So,
Thank you for everything.
so since we're 4 minutes to 10, we're just an overview of what we have as programs. So we have the Leadership Summit, we have the Mentor-Mentee program, we have social media, we have our internship program, and we have these Community Speak webinars. And then how you can be involved. So in the winter, in January, we're going to have a Mentor-Mentee meetup. But if you are desperately in need of a mentor, then until then, email us at womenspeakteam@gmail.com. Next week, we are releasing applications for our Student Advisory Board, accepting nominations for our Adult Advisory Board, and also releasing applications for our internship program. So look out for those on our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter page. And then lastly, second to the last, we have a bonus webinar series regarding college applications and financial aid in late October and late November. And those dates will be released closer to the date. And then lastly, if you're thinking about starting a Women Speak high school or college chapter, email us at womenspeakteam@gmail.com, and we'll help you as well. Anything else? Did I miss anything, team?
I don't think so. A good thing that we could do is we could take either comments via Facebook message to our page or posts on our timeline, tweets at us, comments on Instagram posts, topics you
questions on Tumblr.
want to next time would be a helpful thing. So.
And like and share everything that's posted on social media. Spread the word.
Yes.
Anna deserves all of those likes and shares for all of her hard work, and it's beautiful.
Shout out to Anna.
She actually, I'm going to brag about her for the last minute. She's the one who designed our
Everything.
logo, the beautiful logo. It was just a casual doodle, and I was amazed by it, and that became our logo.
She woke up like,
Moral of the story is that Anna is perfect. Perfect.
Wow.
Period.
she really is, though. So.
Hashtag Anna speaks.
I wish I could like multiple times because Anna deserves it.
Sometimes
But we just want to thank you guys for tuning in. We had a lot of fun. Definitely stay tuned to a lot of exciting things we have coming up. So be sure to keep tight on our social media sites and email us if you guys have any questions or anything. So
Thanks, everyone. Okay, I'm going to stop the
Or if you just
broadcast.
want to talk to us.
Yeah, that's fine too. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.